Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. Well, isn't that a good start to the week? A small rally here at the moment, visible on the chart. We want to start on the daily time frame, then we're going to navigate to the smaller time frame. And bigger picture, really there is no need to change any levels, and there is also no need to change any scenarios. That's typically good. Some people call that boring, but actually it is just what you would want. You know, you don't want too many changes. So analysis can remain consistent with what we talked about over the weekend. What I tried to prepare you for the new trading week. We're gonna take a look at the detailed wave count in a minute. But for anybody who's new on the channel, then let us take a look first at the daily chart here. And the important finding or message here on the daily time frame is that we are very close to possibly completing 5 waves up from the August low. And the 5-wave pattern typically means that a larger correction is not underway yet, but should happen soon, because once we have 5 waves up, typically a larger correction is due. That's completely different, or a completely different message to when we were looking for another rally from this low, or a rally from this low, or from this low. So typically when we have deep pullbacks, people are scared, but that's typically when Elliott Wave traders, investors are getting interested. When the price is already in a nice rally, then we can watch for shorter time frame support and resistance levels and setups, but looking at the bigger picture, the risk is typically higher. Especially when we have a 5-wave move up, well, not yet complete probably, even though minimum requirements for a full 5-wave pattern have been fulfilled. But we at least have to be cautious, right? So what we're doing, we're looking at the structure, we can see 5 waves, and then we have to zoom into the nanostructures to identify whether that 5-wave move is complete. I cannot yet identify a really completed move. So we should see it go a little higher. We have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, we have a wave 3, we have a wave 4, and then this would be a wave 5. Main support between 81,355 and 95,887. So as long as we're holding 81,355, the overall focus can still be on higher prices. Yeah, there is no change in any way here at the moment to the outlook. It's just that the support area is quite far away, and we should not be surprised at all if the price dips towards that level. I don't necessarily expect it to be reached, but this is our support, not a target. So if we're dealing with a B-wave pullback here, which is the current assumption, then technically the market could test the 78.6 retracement. Again, I'm not necessarily expecting that to happen. The market is simply moving sideways for now. We're moving back to back in corrective price action at the moment. So we might see a little further downside overall. But maybe we don't even go very deep into this support area. So overall, it's good to see there's no real change to the scenario. Still looking at a bullish outlook here. The last dip here from the 9th of June high is a 3-wave move. So overall, as long as pullbacks remain corrective, the focus can remain on higher prices, especially as long as we're holding that 78.6 retracement. So let us take a look at the shorter time frame for BTC.
Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.
So looked at the chart this morning, and there's basically no change. There's some development, but there's no need to change any levels or any labels or scenarios. Yeah? So if you follow us on X, for example, then you know, I posted that late yesterday, that we're likely starting the 3rd wave to the upside here of wave C, which I think was accurate, as you can see in the chart. so late yesterday, 18 hours ago, the price may still be unfolding in wave C of B. Specifically, wave 3 of C could be in progress. That was the idea yesterday. There's a possibility that wave C is forming as an ending diagonal, which could imply that the subwave structures are corrective. So yeah, price back then was 105,850. We've moved up here in this third wave, and that's where we are still, right? We're now approaching where that label was positioned, approaching that 61.8 retracement. So all I want to communicate here is there's no reason to be surprised by any of that, or also, and that's more important, there's no need to get too emotional about this move, okay? Because it's something I tried to prepare you for, and we're also still holding below resistance, okay? So I think I mentioned as well that the expectations are that the price stays below resistance over the weekend. I probably can't find the post here. It might have been only a post in our membership area. Oh yeah, here. 14th of June, we're likely moving up in the C wave now. White scenario, I'd expect price to stay below 108,820 this weekend. So I think so far over the weekend, there haven't been any surprises. As we're heading into the new trading week, there are no surprises. By the way, if you want to get additional updates like these, obviously for free, and you will have the possibility to discuss with the community, feel free to join us on X for additional updates, news, and opinions, and much more. What you see here is after the price likely topped here on the 9th of June in wave B. This is, by the way, on the daily time frame. Hold on, do I have the yeah, this B wave here. Just so that you can kind of relate to that. This B wave. So after that B wave, the price started a C wave decline. Hold on, need to... oh yeah. Started a C wave decline. 1, 2, and we should get 5 waves. We're now in the third wave, then a fourth and a fifth. Now, this here is developing into quite a bit of a rally here, corrective rally though, which is why I called it a B wave already a few days ago, because a B wave can be quite large. Yeah. So A, B, and then 1, 2, 3 needs another 4, 5 pattern to complete the C wave. It could develop into something more bullish, slightly more bullish. That would be an extension of the B wave. So that circle wave B in white extends. And that's just highlighted here in blue. So what that means is not that we have to get rejected in the resistance area. Of course not. That would require crystal ball knowledge. No, it's you have some resistance levels to watch where the sellers should turn up if this really is a B wave in white. But if we break above 108,822, which is just a pivot, okay, it's not a prediction that we start the decline here. It's about monitoring these Fibonacci levels for reactions. If there is no reaction, then it likely it can easily continue in the blue count. The blue count is just an extended B wave and something that would be good for altcoins. Would be a nice start to the week, and I think it would allow many altcoins to hold their setups. I think that would be amazing. We looked in our membership live stream yesterday. I think there were again like 20, 25 setups or so. And, if Bitcoin really goes down strongly, I think many of these will break. So it would be good for the altcoin sector if Bitcoin could grind a little higher over this and next few sessions, essentially. So yeah, and where could that C wave of circle wave B go? I mean, it might be worth just adding a level there. What we do, we measure blue wave A. We go to the low of blue wave B. And then it's the 100% extension, which would be relevant, 113K. So that would make a lot of people super bullish, but the risk would be it's just a C wave. So basically what it means, above 108,822, this would be an area to watch. That's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.